My name is Fredrick Ewelike, and I am the writer and director of the Alfie White Project. When the failed attempt at a viral video ends in the death of his best friend, an internet superstar is forced to confront grief, accountability, and the haunting realization that his worst enemy is the version of himself the world refuses to let die.
All right, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Target Talk. As always, we are your hosts. I'm Justin. I got Mike.
What up?
And sitting with us today, we got a very special guest, man. Fredrick Ewelike is in the building, man. How are you?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm feeling blessed, man. Feeling blessed.
Great,
We appreciate you taking the time out for coming to talk with us, man.
Hey, man. The pleasure's all mine.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, the first question I always ask everyone who sits in this chair right here when we have a guest, man, it could be an easy question. It could be a hard question. I've heard both. For those who don't know, who is Fredrick Ewelike?
For those who don't know, I'm a filmmaker, writer and director. I know most directors say they're a director first, but I would say like I'm a writer and storyteller first because growing up I wanted to be an author. And that transitioned to theater and then transitioned to filmmaking because I realized, theater, you can't get all the cool little effects and special effects that you want. So I'm just a storyteller at heart. I love to tell stories. Since I was a little kid, used to run around the house, my homies, play make-believe and like wrestling and all that stuff. So I just love the art form of telling stories.
Yeah.
Okay. Where you from, man?
I am from Arlington, Texas,
Okay.
and then when I was 3, moved a little over to Mansfield, Texas. So I've just been in that Arlington area my whole life. Big Cowboys fan.
Okay.
Rangers, everything, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. So growing up, were you always just like into movies and stuff?
I was always into movies. Like my older cousin Beverly, she gave me the full set of Lord of the Rings, and those were the first set of movies that I really fell in love with. I watched it out of order. I watched the second one and the third one, then I watched the first one. So I was still hyped because I was like, man, I didn't even get introduced to these guys, but they just in it. So I didn't know that I watched them out of order. So I was like, whoa. So when I went back, I was like, okay, now I'm starting to see how they all met each other. Because when I first started the second one, I was like, they're already together. And when it comes to movies, it was just something that I never thought I would actually get into. It's always a dream, but when you just a kid, you never think, oh, you're seeing all these guys with big cameras, big crews. You never think that would be you. So I'm like, man, that'd be cool, but I don't think that could happen for me. Fast forward, shout out God, it's happening for me, little by little. So we're just making that dream come through day by day.
Yeah. And you said you want to be an author at first, right?
Yes.
So were you doing a lot of reading growing up and stuff?
Yes, the Harry Potters, the Percy Jacksons. My school, elementary school, Percy Jackson was mandatory reading. Our teacher read us all the books except the last one. I don't know why they kind of left us at that cliffhanger. They read every single one.
Y'all got to find out yourselves.
I guess the curriculum just said, all right, here y'all go.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things where I was just the purest form of storytelling from books. I was seeing movies turn to books. I was seeing, books turn to movies. Sorry. I was seeing video games come from books. I was like, man, the best way to be a storyteller is to write a book. So one of my stories that honestly will be probably released way in the future, I started writing when I was in the second grade, and it's kind of grown up with me being a 28-year-old man now, about to be 29. So in the future, if you see a franchise from me, it's that story that I've been writing since I was in the second grade.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's crazy.
So you go back and revisit and add more to it? Or?
Yeah, to make it more adult, I'm not a little kid anymore and skipping recess to write it. I used to skip recess all second grade. I remember me and my best friend Bryce, we would skip recess. He would draw the pictures because he's a phenomenal artist.
Okay.
And then I was writing the chapter book, and the actual physical one, I don't have it anymore, for history, but I have it all in my computer now, updated and things of that nature. And every year I revisit it. And it's crazy. It's like a pantheon of gods and things of that nature. It's just things that grew up in all these different kingdoms. It was just something I really loved, swords and shields and all that cool stuff, different languages. Yeah, just something fun to add to the world, because there's so many franchises. You got Star Wars, you got Lord of the Rings, you got Harry Potter. I was like, let me add my own little thing to the world,
Yeah. So you were already thinking about that, in second grade. I see all these franchises.
Yeah, the franchises. I know it sounds crazy, but I was just like, man, I just see all these stories deriving from that, shows, movies, because a story that never ends is something that's really cool. Look at Marvel. it will never really end because there's infinite amount of stories. You can always write new comics coming out every time. So if a comic comes out this year, like 7 to 8 years from now, they can make a movie or a TV show from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. And that's impressive. Like, do you still have some of your second grade writing in there, like to where I'm sure your vocabulary has expanded?
I hope so.
I would hope. So, like, have you is some of the original wording still in there? Or have you just like polished all of it pretty much?
Everything kind of been polished.
Yeah.
But some of the names for some of the characters stayed with me since then. Because I was like, you know what? I was kind of cooking back then, But a lot of things I was like, okay, that name's terrible. So character names, names of kingdom, names of lands, languages. Of course, as I got older, got an education, I got more insight on how to properly, describe those things rather than my little second grade brain who ain't really went through high school English yet. Just like, let me write some words on a page,
He lives in a really big castle.
Yeah.
So you can't, I don't want to read that.
Because I didn't want it to like, I never intended for that to be the case. My little kid self thought I was going to be like a child, I guess, author prodigy, I guess, I don't know. Yeah. But then I dived into football, and 10 years of my life was just dedicated to be like, I'm trying to get to the NFL, like most kids, And then it was kind of like after football, after high school football concluded, I was like, man, what's going to be the next thing for me? Storytelling was a big love, and as I was kind of falling out of love with football, even though I still deeply love it as a fan, I was like, man, I really want to take this to the next level. Of course, I got to get into college because, of course, yes, there's film majors, but I was like, I didn't know anything of how to get into that at first. So I was like, you know what? I come from a background of a lot of health professionals. So I was like, you know what? Let me get into college with biology. And then let me figure it out from there with this science major while trying to also make stories, And I started with skit making, like, RDC World. My whole freshman year of college at UNT was just trying to make skits. But to like have success to make movies one day.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Were you going to UNT while because RDC World went to UNT, right? Or
they were there. I met Mark Phillips. My freshman year, he was a senior.
Oh, okay.
So there'd be sometimes in the courtyard, I would pass him by, and it would just be us. And he'd be like, yeah. I'd be like, yo, Mark. And he'd be like, yo, I got this new video coming out soon. You gonna watch it? And I was like, yeah. So it was crazy because I used to see them just hanging around. Or there's one time I saw them recording a video about a fountain. Like, it was just crazy seeing them. Because I actively watch their content, and they're just here around UNT. Yeah. And it was crazy seeing, like, him, what they are today. It's like, wow, like
huge.
Yeah, because it makes you think like, wow, somebody who went to the same college as me did that, and made me like believe even more of myself. Of like, wow, if they can do it, what's stopping me?
Yeah.
Went to the same stomping grounds, went to the same dormitories. Yeah.
Now we got to come full circle, and y'all got to work together on something, man.
That would be a dream. Like, I know him, and my older brother, kind of like acquaintances or friends, but that would be a dream to be able to work with Mark Phillips like one day, because he's just he's a legend. He's he's a legend. He's making skits forever. I know he was making anime skits. I love anime myself, and he went to the LeBron skits, and the LeBron skits is when he went to the moon with those, and even LeBron was reposting those. So seeing where he's at now with DreamCon, it's just I can't help but be proud of him, because I'm just like, man, him and his whole group, and he didn't just like abandon them or nothing of that nature.
Nah.
They're all still one unit, and that's something I really like aspire to do with my own like studio, my team, ZebraTail Studios. Like, we kind of all band together and keep going, because I would never want to make a project without ZebraTail being somewhere attached,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, you bring up ZebraTail, man. Why don't you go ahead and dive into that? When did that become more than just an idea for you?
So the idea first started off in high school, as most things do. It's just like, me and my homie Zach, who were the founders of it. We were in high school. We were buddies since freshman year of high school. We were just like always in theater class, like messing around. Our teacher put us together because she was like, oh, y'all keep messing around. Here's these harder projects, but we would ace them. And she was like, oh, y'all are really acing. Y'all are really good at this. So when Zach was like the first person to like really listen to my crazy ideas, I was like, man, I want to make stories. And he was the first person that actually shared that franchise with to its full, like, what it is now. Of course, my best friend Bryce, he was there with me in the beginning, but Zach saw it when I was a 18-year-old kid now, as it was developing, and he was like, I'm on board. Like before any cameras rolled, Zach was on board, and I was like, you know what? Let's rock out with this ZebraTail Studios. Like, let's keep it going. And then we officially made it official in the year of 2022. That's when we officially got it LLC, got the official papers going. But of course, I still go off of the January 1st, 2018 date whenever people ask when was it established. But 2022, January 1st is when we officially consider ZebraTail legal, you know, so we don't get sued or nothing. Yeah. So it's just one of those things that I really would like, you know, the studio one day, the logo, to keep going, to keep going beyond me, because ownership is big. You see people like Ryan Coogler, Christopher Nolan, they all have their studios attached to their projects, and I want to do the same eventually.
Yeah. So who's the team behind ZebraTail Studios?
So right now we're a team of 4, you know, Fantastic Four. You got me. I'm director, writer, producer. Then you got Zach. He's like lead producer. He also is a man of many talents. He can DP, which is a cinematographer. He can work as any set crew position that you need him to. Like, one thing I wanted Zebra to do was everybody's hands-on with everything, no matter what position you are. Even if I'm a director, I can go hold a tripod, I can do this. It's, you know, there's no hierarchy. Of course, you could say me and Zach are the hierarchy. Then you got Nathan. Nathan is a cinematographer and a director and a producer, extremely talented. And you got my dog Matt, 14 in Jaguna. He's lead photographer, everything photography, and anything time we have merch, he designs it. And we're just a unit. Like, every time we're all together, it's for the big projects. We're all together all the time, but the big projects is when you see everybody drops everything and it's like, let's go make this movie. Let's go make this music video. When I see all 4 of us together, I know magic's about to happen.
Yeah, that's dope. So when you do music videos, it is under the ZebraTail umbrella as well.
ZebraTail umbrella. I just made it a point that I wanted everything I do to be ZebraTail.
Yeah.
And same thing with Nathan, Zach, 14. Like, it's the same thing. Everything they do, even if it's like solo, they attach ZebraTail to it, because I want it to be bigger than me. I want it to be bigger than Zach, bigger than Nathan, bigger than 14, bigger than all of us. Because I see it one day, you know, hiring people, maybe hiring local Dallas talent one day, having a big studio space. I really want a Texas-based, really want to be a Texas born and raised person to have a studio and hire Texas talent, because I truly believe Texas has some of the most talented people in the world.
Yeah.
Like, that, I will stand on that. The most talented people in the world. That's why so many productions are starting to come over here and film. And it's just a beautiful thing. I can't wait to see Texas become on the same level as Hollywood one day.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I wanted to bring out the music videos because you work with a lot of dope artists, man. I seen you worked on the Mike Dimes video.
Yeah, the Mike Dimes video. Mike Dimes is so cool, but like in person. Yeah. Like a lot of these rappers are some of the coolest people. I know sometimes rappers can get a bad rep, that like egos and things of that nature, but no, he was so cool. We went out to like Houston or San Antonio. We worked with him multiple times. One wasn't released. There was one we went to Austin for. It didn't get released because, you know, labels and all that fun stuff. But he's like a pleasure to work with. He's always fun. He's always adding to the video. He's always in a good mood and always hype. So Mike Dimes is a very awesome artist to work with. And I'm always down. I always bump some of his music. Like No Trends, I still bump that. Home, I still bump. He's so dope.
He's dope.
Yeah.
He's really dope.
100%.
You also work with a friend of our show, you know, Billy White. That's actually the first work of yours that I've seen was the Billy White video.
Was it the live session?
Yeah, the live session.
Yeah, Billy White. He's one of those Dallas artists I was talking about. Just beyond talented. I remember when I saw y'all at the listening session at the studio, and the music that he makes, the quality, and I'm just like, man, with more eyes on him, Billy can be one of the top artists, especially in the rap
100%.
game. His producing, his music, his beats, his lyrics, everything is just on par. And I love how he carries himself as an artist. He doesn't just carry himself as, you know, some artists like, I'm just dropping a song. No, he's like, let me get a rollout. Let me get visuals. Let me get it going. You know, the whole 9 yards. I feel like every artist should carry themselves like that, because the big artists like Drake and Kendrick, that's what they're doing. Like, I know a lot of music videos are becoming kind of like slightly out of style, because, you know, you got things like TikTok and short form. But when I'm looking at the top 2 big dogs who are going at it, and they're still dropping consistent music videos, I'm like, how do we not look at that and think music videos are worthless now?
Yeah.
You know, because I know Cole Bennett who's the GOAT of music videos, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I know he's not dropping as much as, we'd want him to, because whenever he was dropping, everybody was eating in music videos. Because it's just like, it's kind of like when LeBron plays, everybody eating when they're watching basketball.
Yeah.
So Cole Bennett, I know he's about to do his movie thing, so I'm really excited to see where he goes with that. Because, everybody has to grow eventually.
Yeah.
But he inspired me for music videos. Like, I love music videos, but watching Cole Bennett was like something that I was just like, man, this dude's taking it, and he took it to the moon when it comes to music videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you feel like you enjoy more, like doing the film side or the music video side?
I would say this. I love the film side more, but what I would say, the vibes are a little better on a music video set because there's no like quiet on set. It's just you, the songs. You don't got to be quiet. Everybody can have a vibe and just listen to the song. About the 50th time you listen to the song, it's like, okay, we get it. and on both sets, you kind of see, but they both have their pros and cons. I would say on a narrative set, it's just, having to record audio when everybody has to be quiet. But I do love seeing the actors perform, and I love how everybody kind of gives them the floor to perform. But music videos, it's the same thing. It's like getting to be able to vibe with the artist. And sometimes you might go into a music video and like you'll like the song, but now you're seeing the visuals and how passionate the artist is about it, and you're like, wow, I love this song now. Because you're seeing how they're performing it. You're seeing what it means to them. And that's for like any genre. Like I remember I did the Afrobeats one in 2024, and just seeing how passionate they were when they were the two sisters when they were singing, it was like, man, this is what y'all feel when y'all hear this song that you created. It's beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Both got their pros.
Yeah.
What's something that artists don't really realize before they decide they want to make a music video?
A lot of artists don't realize how long it could take. Some artists, I think music videos just, let me show up for like an hour or two and be done. But no, it's like, if you want a high quality music video, it's like outfit changes, different locations, couple hours here, couple hours there. You can definitely get it done in like a 10-hour day. But some artists think like, let me just pop out for 1 hour and that's it. But it's like, no. So you sometimes, when you see artists get their first real high quality video, they seem a little tired and exhausted. But whenever the video gets back to them, they're like, wow, I never want to go back. Because it's like, so this is what it looks like to get that quality. So I'm going to keep doing it again. So you can always tell which artists have done it before and haven't, because the artists who haven't done it before, they don't have those hours put in. So they're a little more tired by hour 8. But you're telling them, you're keeping them going. You're like, hey, you're getting them their Red Bull, you're getting them watered up, making sure they're fed. And you're like, hey, I promise you, this video is going to be fire. And it's constant reassurance, showing them the director's monitor, showing them what the shots look like, because it makes them feel more comfortable. Because I know every artist doesn't want to look crazy on camera, and I don't want to make them look crazy on camera, because my job is to make them look good in every way of fashion. Like if a hair's out of place, have the costume designer go and fix that, because I don't want them to see something and be like, I don't like how there's a stain on my shirt or something of that nature. You always want to make sure they look good and the song's being portrayed in a good way.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get into what you're currently working on, man.
Okay.
The Alfie White Project. What is the Alfie White Project for those who don't know?
For those who don't know, the Alfie White Project is a short film, a proof of concept short film for a feature. It's about a content creator who, when attempting to get a viral video, his best friend and cameraman dies. So this short film actually takes place during the aftermath of that, when he's arriving to his courthouse date and he's going through group therapy and he's battling with his real worst enemy, which is the version of himself that the internet won't let die. So it's like the version of himself that when the cameras are rolling, the performance, the internet, that's what they want him to be at all times. They don't want him to just be himself, Alfie White. He has to be the character. So with this project, I was like, man, I don't want it to be just like another content creator story. I want to be something darker, something more meaningful. I want you to really envision, wow, imagine if the biggest content creator of all time had his best friend who started from ground zero with him just die in a video attempt. And now he's dealing with all that tragedy, that heartbreak, but also trying to maintain, his clout, his notoriety. And this is probably the first time in his whole life that he's ever dealt with this type of adversity. Because, these content creators, they blow up at like 18, 17, and then they become 30, and they've never really grown up. It's just, they've always had the money, they've always had the clout, and this is his first time when he's about to approach 30, first time he's dealing with adversity in about like 10, 15 years, and he doesn't know really how to take it.
Yeah. You say it's a proof of concept film.
Yeah.
That's not a term that a lot of people even know what that means. Can you explain what a proof of concept film is?
Yes, a proof of concept film is a short film that is intended to be a larger form feature film, like the films you see in theaters are feature films. So with a proof of concept, the intention is to not only put into big festivals the short film, but to also get it into investors' faces, so potential executive producers, so the bigger film can be made. So pretty much you're just like making something as high quality as you can get it so you can be able to get the chance to make that bigger project.
Yeah. Good. I pretty much learned that, over the weekend. You wrapped up production this weekend? Are y'all done?
Yes. So we wrapped up production this weekend.
I heard that you had like some amazing extras in the film.
Oh yeah.
Like I heard that they were like the standout of the film. This is what I heard.
No. The extras showed out. I remember seeing you, and I was like, man, this interview was gonna be dope because he's really like on the scene right now. I had to get in the field. Anderson Cooper, and I was just like, I was blown away. Every extra, every background came with so much energy because we needed them to be like a rowdy crowd, like so positive, yelling negative things to Alfie, and beyond my expectation. It was so amazing. As a director, of course, you got to keep it together. But I was like, man, I was looking at this, just like, look at all these people really supporting, showing love. And it was just a blessing to be able to have these people come to be a part of this project because, I'm not a Christopher Nolan or Ryan Coogler. I'm not any of those people, yet one day I aspire to be one day where they are. But the fact that the internet's so powerful that through the internet connections, through just marketing, people were able to, log into the Google form, type in the information, and pull up. It really just made my heart smile. And what we shot, I cannot wait for you guys to see it. It's insane, and it's like my best project yet. And I'm so excited to just take this to the moon. Because this project, a lot of my movies are like mini movies. So I would say like a feature film is like anything 45 minutes or more. So a lot of my movies were around that 35-minute range because they weren't intended for like festivals or things of that nature. I literally had them to like have premieres. So a lot of my movies, we just did premieres with them. But this is my first time actually doing a project that's intended for the next level. Features, potential investors, festivals. This is the first film I'm actually like running with. And the cast is amazing. We flew out our 3 leads from LA. They killed it. They're all back in LA safely, of course. And I'm just blown away by what we achieved.
Good. Yeah. So when you say you're going to take this, like, what's that process like? Again, like we're pretty new to just learning all this film stuff. So like, are you knocking on Universal Studios' door and saying like, check this out? Like, what does that look like?
So it's like there's of course, like you said, a process to it. Like getting representation will definitely help me. That's something I'm actively looking for, representation, so I can pitch to those bigger studios. But as of right now, it's really just going through my network connections because, actors may know other producers and they know somebody, and it's like a domino effect. But the biggest way to really get your work out there is 2 ways. Film festivals, like getting into like a Sundance or a South by or a TIFF, something of that nature, or the internet as well. And I like to use both mediums. So my goal is to have this spin the block in the festivals, and then of course have it on the internet for people to watch too, as a proof of concept. So it'd be like, just look at Obsession. The director had all his work on the internet, and now he just made one of the highest grossing indie films of all time. The internet's a powerful place. The internet's a platform. I feel like a lot of people overlook YouTube for short films because they want to put on like, other platforms or want to be very constrained with their projects. But I'm like, when people see it, that's how you can grow. Like my first short film ever, when I didn't know what I was doing, it hit, I think, like over 410,000 views. It's called Choices. I didn't know what I was doing, but it was pretty much about a former athlete who gets into the drug game after his football career dies. And it just grew because I just let it grow naturally. I didn't put no ads into it because it will find its audience. I truly believe your project will find its audience. Every project you do will find its audience.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and being on set, man, it made me realize like how much work goes into like 3 minutes of film. I don't know how long that scene that we did was, but I'm sure it's not that long. And it's a lot of work that goes into that, bro. Like it made me, I wanted to go watch a movie right after that and just think about like, man, this probably took like 3 hours right here. It's a lot of work, man. Like what's that like as a director?
When you're going into it, it's good to go, of course, go into it with a clear mind, but go into it with a game plan. Like as a director, you have your first assistant director who is your right-hand man, who's also keeping track of time, keeping track of the schedule with you so you can just create and do what you do as a director. And my first AD, Tyler, best in the game. Like he's working on a feature film as we speak right now. Like he's already back on it. But that scene that you were part of, probably like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes of the overall 13 to 14 minutes that this project would be. But all that work goes into it because, we want to make sure not only we're shooting what we have, but we want to make sure that the extras and the cast are comfortable. We want to make sure you guys are getting water, you're getting your food. Whenever we're doing setup, you're not having you stand there. We want to make sure that you guys are always in the best headspace to give your performance. Because I didn't want people to be out there getting beat up by the sun. So I was making sure with my first AD and my producer that every time we're setting up a different camera angle, we're sending y'all back inside to make sure y'all go back upstairs and have fun, play puzzles. There was a lot of different stuff like chess, puzzles, food.
Yeah, there's a little basketball in there. Yeah, y'all definitely took care of the extras. Like I felt, very comfortable. And I mean, it was hot, but like we was in the shade as well. Y'all had plenty of water, snacks up there and stuff. So yeah, that
was the goal. The goal, that was my biggest worry. I was like, man, I don't want these nice people to come up here and be suffering because the sun's beating them up. So I was like, make sure the water's there, make sure they're flying back inside when we don't need them. Because when we're setting up a camera for like 10 minutes, we don't need y'all out there for that.
Yeah.
Like, because that'll just be a little awkward. Y'all just standing there just like, what we doing, Rather let y'all go in, be on your phone, vibe, and then come back out right when we need y'all. And every day we finished early just because this team was just insane. My producer Brandon was on the ball. He planned this project perfectly. Zach and Nathan, part of ZebraTail, they were the best EPs. My cinematographer Thomas Blanks, shout out Thomas Blanks, best DP in the game. I was just overjoyed with how everything turned out. This project is just outstanding. And I was talking to my composer today. He helped out on the Odyssey. His name's Andrew Asamokai, one of my best friends, and he's ready to cook up on it too. Me and him having a meeting soon, and I was just like, man, like look at all the blessings and all the chess pieces that are aligning for this project to happen. And the goal, honestly, is to make a feature next. Really take this. I'm about like 20 pages from completion of the feature version, just to take it to the next level and really, throw my hat in the ball there because Dallas is a very big commercial space. But I really want to help be part of the shift to make it more of a narrative filmmaking space.
Right. Yeah. That's
right. Well, to kind of expand on his original question, how many hours or how much time have you put into this production?
Man, this production, it's definitely been like a year and a half.
Okay.
Definitely been a year and a half because a lot of planning, game planning, and then it's a lot of just perfecting the script. So everything starts with a script. That's my advice for every young filmmaker. Perfect your script to a certain point, then you can get started. Like, we ended at draft 10. That was our shooting script, draft 10. We started discussing production around draft 6 or 7. So I was really trying to, put it into motion while it wasn't even perfected yet, because of course you're still getting notes, you're still getting actors, maybe requesting, let me get a few more lines here, let me get that here, because that would happen, especially when you have extremely talented talent. Sometimes they would ask for more monologue, and then you realize, wow, you didn't even know, wow, that monologue actually made it even better than what I thought. So you just and you have your community. There's certain people who will read your script and be like, oh, that's cool. And there's other people who will read your script and be like, okay, I like that, send you a PDF of their notes. So you really kind of have to test the water to who can read your scripts, because we all know reading is, for some people, not the most fun.
Right.
But I honestly think sending it around to anybody, whether they're a filmmaker or not, is the best way, because you never know what notes, because your audience is going to be people who aren't filmmakers. And I feel like those are the most important people that you want to impress. Because, of course, if you send it to a filmmaker, they're just going to tell you how they would make it.
Right.
But if you send it to somebody who knows nothing about the process, they're going to tell you if it's an actual good story.
Right.
Yeah,
right,
so
sure.
it's a it's a lengthy process. We were originally supposed to shoot May 1st. And then we just had to push it back. So, things happen. Every production, there's always either some type of delay or something happens. So we're like, you know what? Let's push it back to July 31st through August 2nd and lock those down. No more changes. And it just worked out perfectly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. Sure. What was the casting process like?
Casting process. So my lead actor, Skylar Ackerstrom Lang, I think he's going to be one of the, no, not I think, I know. He's going to be one of the biggest actors in the world one day.
Yeah.
Like, he reminded me so much of, like, Heath Ledger, like in his prime, like he's insane. So I knew him from my last project. That's my dog, that's my homie. And my other two leads, he recommended them because I was like, man, I need someone who can really play this manager role because I want the manager role to also carry over to the feature. And he's like, I had the perfect guy. So he connected me with Steve, and Steve was the perfect. He's exactly like image, voice, exactly what I was looking for. And on set, he killed it. And then also the actress who's playing Dr. Nicole Parker, the therapist, he connected me with her. Her name's Christine. Phenomenal. It was like every time I was thinking of somebody, he would just pop in and be like, oh, I had the perfect person. Mm-hmm. And then everybody else, I hand casted from just people I knew from the local Dallas area who was like, these people are talented and I know they'll kill this role. And it was funny because a lot of them, I'll just like offer them the role and they didn't even like test for it yet. But I was like, I know you can do this because I've seen what you can do. Mm-hmm. And every single person gave their all and killed it. Like there was not a single person that I was just like, performance could have been better. It was like everybody. It was like I just had a feeling for some people that you would kill this role, from the news reporters to there's a character named Chris the cameraman who kind of gets bullied by the manager a little bit. It was such a fun casting process and a very simple one. Getting the extras, in my opinion, was the most nerve-wracking one for me because I was like, what if nobody shows up?
Yeah. Were you looking at the list as it was filling up? Or?
I looked at it initially.
Uh-huh.
I was kind of asking my producer. I was like, okay, how many people initially signed up? Yeah. He was like, oh yeah, about 55. We're gonna be good. I was like, okay, cool. So a day before production, I was like, how many people showing up? About like 25. I was like, okay. I was like, okay. Because on top of that, we had the specialty extras who had different roles. So I was like, okay, that's a good crowd. It's a good crowd number. And everybody who showed up, you'd have thought those 25 people were 50, the energy they were bringing. It was just insane. Yeah. And then my production designer, Kat, as well as my costume designer, Rachel, they killed it because all the costumes and colors were on point. The posters were amazing for the courthouse scene. It was just fun to see the posters of hate and love for Alfie. And then Skylar, my lead, was just so into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was good.
He loved it, especially when we had to do like something called wild lines, is when you kind of just record audio, no video, just to make sure you perfect what you got. And Skylar, when they were like doing all the hate for Alfie White, he was kind of hyping up the crowd to like, yeah, hit on me more, more.
Flipping us off and stuff. He was going crazy.
Yeah, so it was a fun process. Like I remember when I saw him, I was like, what's up, bro? Yeah. I would always spot him in the crowd because it was just really it's a fun process to see where everybody was and how like the project ended up just kind of getting bigger than what I thought it would be, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. That was pretty fun. Anytime you need an extra, bro, just let me know.
Hey, I got you. Hey,
like I didn't even think I was gonna have to be that like active. I thought I was gonna be like in the back eating.
Oh, yeah, chilling.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like just sitting down somewhere, But that was actually dope, man.
That's why I wanted like a real extra call because I was like, man, I want people who will actually be down to like have some fun on set. Yeah. Like everybody who's on there will be in this movie. Like I've watched some of the cuts already. My editor, Truett, he's another talented director and editor, and everybody's face is in there. So everybody I saw, I was like, you will be in the movie because we got y'all in slow motion and regular motion. You're going to see yourself in the movie.
That's dope. I want to say the manager, bro, like, he just looked the part so much. Like, I was, my wife was there too as an extra. I was like, he looks so sleazy. I was like, it's perfect. like he was just perfect for the role, man. so like, shout out to you for the casting. Like y'all killed it, bro. For real.
With Steve, he is the manager. His name's Ari Goldblatt. And whenever I casted him, I actually he auditioned with feature film lines. Okay. He didn't audition with the short film lines. Because I was like, I want this actor to carry over. Mm-hmm. So whenever he auditioned, he killed this one scene. Of course, I can't release it, the information on that scene yet. But I was blown away. And I was like, that's my Ari. That is my manager. Yeah. Because the scene was such there was so much sleaziness into it, and he did it perfect. He sent 2 takes. I just had him send 1 self tape, and I was just watching it, just like, man, this is my guy. And of course, every day he was there. We took him out to barbecue because all of our California friends, like, barbecue's not hidden how it is over here.
Right.
So that's all they want to eat. They come over here, barbecue. Let me get Terry Blacks. Let me get this. So of course we gave them all that, and it was just crazy just being able to talk to him. And he's just, I know he may look like a sleazeball man.
Well,
I don't know, but he's like the nicest, most genuine human being ever. And it's just like, man, he's such a talent. Like, all those actors are such talent. It blows my mind, because I'm just like, man, like, I'm not an actor, but I was like, man, I wish I could I wish I could act like that. They could just turn it on and turn it off on a whim. You tell them to do something, boom, they're like, okay, yes, and let me add this to it. I'm like, oh, I love that. And it just shows how effortless it is for them. Because whenever he did it, I was just like, man, Steve, you are Ari. You are perfect. I literally told him, I was like, you are perfect for this role. He was in a little blue suit. I said, man, with the chain, I was like, I see it. I'm just loving, and I'm loving, and I can't wait to see those characters, reprise their roles, in the feature film.
Right, for sure. Yeah, no disrespect to Steve, man. I don't mean to call him like a sleaze, but like, he just, I know he was in that mode.
Zone.
Yeah, in that zone. Oh yeah, he's perfect. I'm sure he's a great guy outside.
So that must have made it easier for you.
Yeah. While I'm booing him and stuff, I was like, oh yeah, get him out of here, man.
Like, it was a real pleasure having everybody on set. Like, I really had to take it in when I saw all the extras come in, plus the cast. I was like standing on top of the stairs with my DP because we were getting a shot organized, and I was looking at, and I was just kind of like taking it all and just like, man, this is really cool. Like, this is really like my community of people in one place who support me, who wants to see me win, and they're also in the movie. I was seeing people who donated. I was seeing people who were just like on social media in person, and I was like, wow, like, it's like a family. It's like, it's really family. People who would DM me, nice messages, positive messages, keep going. Seeing them come on set and be a part of the movie and give it their all, I was like, wow, that's what it's about. That's the Dallas community I've always been talking about. And that's why, like, I would never move away, and I will always love this place, and I always choose this place as a primary filming location.
Yeah.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
When you were writing this, like, are you taking from real life experiences, like stuff you see, like when you're writing?
Yes, for this project, I was like, man, so the Alfie White character, I was mixing in like Logan Paul, Jake Paul, a content creator I watched, Danny Duncan. He's like, just, the world is like his oyster. He could do whatever he wants. He has like acres of land. He rides motorcycles. He blows up things. And I'm just looking at all these content creators, and like, I'm a big fan of content creators. Like, I used to watch them when I was in high school, and I would see the ones who are still around now. And I'm like, I've seen them grow. I've seen what they've become. And I was so inspired to tell the story, because I was like, man, the wacky world of content creation is a crazy world that a lot of people don't understand. Like, they have so many jokes and memes and things of that nature that the regular person is going to be like, wait, what do you mean by that? And I just want to tell a story in that world, because I was like, as someone who was looking on it from the outside, because everybody, in my opinion, have at some point wanted to be a content creator. Even, I know a lot of filmmakers won't say this, but in its own vein, film in itself is a form of content creation. Music, everything is a form of content creation. That's an art form. And I truly believe that I want to tell a story from this wacky internet side of us. Because, the side of the internet that I really was trying to understand the most was the pranksters, the ones who make the in real life videos where they kind of just like harass people, and they just kind of be a public nuisance, and they don't care that they go to jail 10 billion times because they got a good lawyer. And I'm like, man, what is the psyche of this person? Like, how do they just continue to wake up? Because most people, we'd be embarrassed to do half the things they do. Like, I couldn't go into a Walmart and scream bloody murder or climb on top of the shelves, but they do it without even thinking about it. And I'm just like, I want to make a story for someone like that, like, to really give a cinematic angle on that world of content creation. Because if you look at it now, you can go down a rabbit hole of hundreds of content creators who are in that like genre, and it's just like, wow, like, these people don't, that sense of embarrassment that we get, they don't have that. They can just embarrass themselves, and it's just content for them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like the dudes who go in screaming at the top of their lungs in the store. Like, oh, that wasn't me, and then walk around.
With the walkie-talkies and stuff. And you're just like, man, I could never do that. I'd be too like scared, too embarrassed, but they don't care. It's just as long as they get the clip, that's all they care about. Anything for the clip.
For sure.
There's this one guy who's hilarious. He like goes into these like restaurants and stuff and like screams their slogan, and he like has people like get involved. It's interesting. KFC does not rock with him. They kicked him out.
Yeah, these people get banned from a lot of stores.
Yeah.
Like I've seen a couple of them get banned from Walmart for life. Getting banned from Walmart for life is crazy. I've seen some get banned from Disney World. Like, they're definitely sacrificing being able to be located, going to places for the content, but it's so interesting. I couldn't imagine getting kicked out of every Walmart in America.
Yeah.
'Cause what does that even look like?
Like,
how do they know?
Yeah, how do they know? Does every Walmart have a picture of you?
Apparently, when they pull up with their cameras, security guards already be like, "Get out!"
Like, nah, man, you know you're not allowed here.
There's that one dude who I think he got arrested. He used to bring like a full staff into, like he'll go on Target and be like, "Oh, I'm from corporate."
I've seen those.
I got like a whole staff coming in and a whole bunch of dudes in red shirts come in. I hop on the registers. I think that dude got arrested.
I think he did get arrested. I think he went to a car mechanic one time too.
Oh,
and he had like a whole staff of people going to a car mechanic shop just pretending they're working on cars. And I'm just like, man, that's kind of dangerous because the cars are lifted.
Yeah.
And I think he did that at a Chipotle one time.
Yeah, he did at Chipotle. He's like, "Oh, y'all are fired. I got my stuff coming." They come and clean the tables.
But those people have a cult-like following, which is why I wanted to translate that to Alfie, because like the more reckless you are on the internet, the more fans. Because a lot of these people are like younger kids, teenagers, and at the end of the day, all these kids aspire to probably be a content creator. How we, when we were younger, wanted to be like, in the NFL, maybe a doctor or something of that nature. Content creator is like the number one career path that these younger audiences want to be now. Like people are like, man, why am I in school? Let me just go make live stream like I'm Kai Cenat or something like of that nature. So we're in this younger generation. It's pretty cool. Cause I'm like, wow, like imagine if our generation was like very internet heavy. We kind of got the back end of that, because we're still heavily involved. But that generation, that's like the primary thing that everybody wants to do from like middle school. Yeah.
Like we used to go home and watch TV.
Yep.
They go home and watch streamers.
Exactly. For hours. So there'll be some shows I'm like, man, do y'all watch it? They might watch the big movies like a Marvel or Spider-Man movie. Yeah. But like to them, the streamer is their content. Like they're so tapped into the streamer's life, the streamer's relationships, the streamer's family members. They know what the streamer's favorite food is. They know the streamer's inside jokes. And I'm like, man, like it's so sometimes I would like, for research, I would watch some of those streams just being like, man, what is the average mind of a content creator fan, streamer fan look like? And sometimes you would see a content creator having his like hype moments. And then one of the fans would say something like, man, you're the only reason I'm still here. And it's like that power you're putting in this content creator, that you're only here because their content's keeping you going. And you'll see the content creator kind of stop for a moment. And they'll be like, whoa, I'm glad you're here, man. Because then it's kind of like in that moment they realize, wow, like I have affected this person so much that they say they're only here because of me. And it's such a powerful thing when you think about it. Because I'm just like, man, like, this person's probably just making videos, pouring milk on themselves, pranking people. Never thought that some high schooler, like, the highlight of their day is them. Because a lot of these high schoolers, like, some of these people grew up in, like, the pandemic and things of that nature. That a lot of their prime high school years or college years were during that, when everybody was online. So a lot of their friends were made online. And so that's why I was like, I can never judge the younger generation, because a lot of their prime years were 4 years online, making friends through Discord and things of that nature. So that's why they got connections with these content creators. And then, a lot of them are becoming multimillionaires now because they're leveraging it, becoming content creators themselves, or someone adjacent to a content creator, and then starting their own career. So it's a cool career path, like having your kid just be 18 and on a path to be a millionaire.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I think like the Alfie White Project is perfect for this time. And like this is probably the first. Well, I don't know. I don't watch all the movies, but this is the first that I've heard of a movie like capturing that and putting in like something real, like what you're talking about in there. So I think that's dope, man.
Thank you, man. Because I always would see like the movies about like live streaming or chat calls or square movies like that, but I was like, I never saw this side of the prankster, really intense content creator movies. And I was like, we need one of those because those are the guys that are infamous on the internet. Like they're always getting arrested and people are like, oh my God, they're getting banned every 5 seconds from every platform. So I was like, man, Alfie White could be that story.
Yeah.
And also make it a story that people can kind of connect to, where it's like you're seeing this person who has it all fall from grace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too,
thank you.
man.
Do we have a time frame of like premiere?
So since we're doing the festival run,
Uh-huh.
I know a lot of those bigger festivals, they kind of like you to have your premiere there technically.
Okay.
But we will be planning a private premiere. So I'll give you all the information for that. Of course, no dates yet, but it's just some in the idea realm.
Yeah.
So definitely going to do that. But the goal is after the festival run, have a official premiere. But the private premiere, I'm very much looking forward to. And then, having everybody pull up who's in the movie, who's friends of people in the movie, and then we'll just watch it and, give their notes as it goes through its festival run. Because the big goal for this movie is to make that feature film, but also give an event for people to enjoy. So even if it's a private event, we're still gonna try to pack the house.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely gonna be there.
100%.
Got to see my on-screen debut.
You gotta-
I got to see how Mike does.
Yeah, I need you to go crazy as soon as I pop up.
gotta
man.
pick
I'm gonna see you and say, yeah.
I'm like, come collect your Oscars.
Yeah, I might need to submit that somewhere. Like you may have seen me in the Alfie White
Hey.
Project. You may be familiar with my work.
You never know. That moment right there, there's a lot of people who, small moments like that, can start them experimenting with acting.
Yeah.
And now you might see, oh, this is commercial. Would you like to be in it? Yeah, I acted in something before.
Yeah,
And it's a domino effect.
And now you can put in your IG bio as seen on the Alfie,
I've
Alfie
seen
White
them,
Project.
like, so if you see me tag,
Hey, look.
tag it up, just don't mind it. Don't
Go
pay no
ahead. I was like, this is the star right here.
credits. Alfie White Project. That's all. So, how far are you like from actually being finished with the proof of concept?
Proof of concept. We are my editor was working fast. Like he already kind of sent me like 3 minutes of the movie already, like 2 days ago.
Okay.
And I was like, we just finished on the second, so because we had it was a 3-day production, and he sent me like 2 days ago. He sent me a cut, and I was like, wow, you already have 3 to 4 minutes of this done already. So me and him about to meet next week and like finalize everything. But definitely September. By the end of September, everything should be done because I just want to go over the score with the composer, submit to these festivals, and just really perfect everything so it can be released.
Yeah.
But one thing I will say, a trailer would definitely be released
Okay.
before the whole process really goes, festival process goes into motion, because I really want at least people to see a trailer to see something, and stills and behind the scenes and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, man.
Thank y'all.
Like, I only saw I guess 2 minutes of it, but like based off of what I know of the movie and everything, I think it's gonna be
Yeah,
special.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for this one. I put my heart into writing this one because I just wanted to put, every script, I just want to put that emotion into it. I love monologues. Coming from a theater background, so I really gave the actors a canvas to just perform. And it was just a blast seeing them just be them and how they interpret the character.
Yeah. What's some of your favorite movies?
Favorite movies, Return to King, Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry Potter, War for the Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That trilogy, amazing. Of course, I love Remember the Titans.
Okay.
Django, I love Django. Like, I know there's a lot of classics. I know people are going to be like, oh, he a hype beast. All these big movies,
I guess, as a director, you're supposed to say,
Yeah.
well, this
Some deep cuts.
1980s
1930s
Japanese film,
Yeah.
you may not know it.
Yeah. Honestly, for me, like, a lot of those popular movies, I love those.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why they're popular,
Yeah.
Like the Titanic and stuff like that. Like, I'm not going to lie and be like, oh, my favorite movie is, but I respect all those filmmakers
Right.
because we wouldn't get the filmmakers we have now with all those ones who come before. But if you ask me what I'm throwing on, like, they're like, hey, what you want to throw on? I'm probably going to throw on Inception or something or a Dark Knight. That's up there too, you know? Before I throw on like a 1950s movies. But shout out to all those older movies because I remember, I did my research and watched them and I was like, man, I see how this developed into what we have now because these filmmakers were so what people say avant-garde. They were so like testing the narrative. They were doing things like we didn't have all this CGI and VFX that we do now, but they were still making stuff happen.
Yeah.
And that's what filmmaking is, just making things happen out of nothing. You don't got something, make it happen. So all those filmmakers, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for those filmmakers back in the day.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they inspired the filmmakers who inspired me.
Yeah.
And then hopefully one day I inspire somebody, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, what's a film that you wish you directed that you could have directed?
A film I wish I directed, Chronicle.
Okay.
Okay.
I love Chronicle so much.
That's one of my favorite movies of all
that
time.
I feel like that's the best way superheroes were depicted in a movie.
Yeah.
And it's one of those movies you asked me, like, wow, like I'll throw it in there with all those bigger movies because I'm just like, I can watch that so many times. And the way that it's found footage, I don't think found footage has been done to that level, especially with that kind of premise where it was like the superpowers and the fact that the film just got dark. And then you're seeing people like Michael B. Jordan in that
Really?
movie. You're seeing
Yeah.
some big actors in that movie now. And I'm like, wow, when I watch it now, I was like, oh, it's Michael B. Jordan, you know?
Yeah.
Chronicle is definitely a movie. I'm like, man, I wish I thought of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
I
sure.
love Chronicle, bro. Like, that's one of the few physical movies I have.
It's
Still
so
to this
good.
day, yeah, Chronicles,
So good.
super dope. Yeah, and yeah, like you said, everybody was kind of doing that. Was like the found footage time.
Yep.
Like all the paranormals were out
Paranormal.
there
Yep.
and all that stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, that one did it on a whole nother level, man.
It was just, it was like, man, if I make something like that similar, people gonna know I'm copying.
Yeah.
Like that's how good that movie is. Like if I have people with superpowers and found footage, people are like, oh yeah, you just copied Chronicle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man.
I mean, man, we need a sequel for it anyway. You might as
Yeah,
well
there
go
you
ahead
go.
and run it.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I would love to be involved in some capacity on that because I'm
Yeah.
like, man, Chronicle made me so like it inspired me so much because it's just like, wow, this is just so good. That scene when he was like beating up those guys in the fireman's outfit, I was
Yeah.
like, insane.
Yeah.
Like insane. Like the shots they got in there, I was like, it made superpowers look scary because you're just like looking at it from like a camera lens. You're just like, wow, like,
Yeah.
wow, if someone did have mind bending power, I'd be terrified because this kid's flying, he's throwing people off buildings. They're playing football in the sky, which is dope.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that's Chronicle definitely.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, especially that one scene where he just like moves the car over.
It was insane.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
Imagine like a person who had those powers, the road rage would be out of this world.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Like the dude was honking at them, he just threw him off the road. Like
Uh-huh.
people would abuse these powers.
Yeah,
Yes.
man. When you watch a movie, are you like in director mode, or can you turn that off and just enjoy a movie?
I can happily say I can turn it off.
Okay.
Because I just like to enjoy movies. I have some friends who can't turn it off, and they be telling me like, "Oh yeah, they use that light, they use this camera." But me, I can happily say I can turn my brain off because I'm just as much as a movie fan as I am a movie filmmaker.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy I don't have that where it's just I can watch a movie just be like, oh yeah, they probably shot that shot in 10 seconds. I just feel like that would be terrible to enjoy movies. Like if you're looking at everything how a director would.
Yeah.
So I can honestly say like I can just watch a movie and enjoy it, kick my feet up, get my little tenders or something, and be vibing.
That's good. What's the last movie you seen, man?
Last movie I've seen was Spider-Man: Brand New Day.
Okay.
That was the
Yeah.
last movie I just watched. Me and
Yeah.
my girlfriend, we watched that, and
Okay.
it was
Hey.
just.
Yeah, no spoilers, but how'd you feel about it? What was you
I
thinking?
loved it. I feel like
loved it too.
I feel like it's up there, maybe one or two of Tom Holland's movies.
Okay.
Me personally, I feel the first two original Spider-Man movies. It's hard to beat those.
Yeah.
It
It's
is.
so hard to beat those because you can't beat Doc Ock and Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Like those are his best two villains.
Yeah.
So, but Tom Holland, he is my favorite Spider-Man.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, man.
He's my favorite.
Tom snatched his chain, bro.
Yeah,
Tom is the one, man.
Tom is the one.
Tom is the one.
Tom is the
is the
one.
one, yeah.
Like that's why No Way Home was so good.
Yeah.
Because having those villains with Tom, it just felt right.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, imagine you having that Green Goblin with this Tom Holland.
Yeah.
It would be out of this world.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we got to see that for a little bit, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, you can't touch the Green Goblin for sure, especially Willem Dafoe's
Oh my God.
Oh,
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
version of Green Goblin. He's just
Perfect.
elite, bro.
Like
Yeah.
that's why they've been avoiding a Green Goblin for so long. 'Cause
Yeah.
you can't touch that. Like Willem
Yeah.
Dafoe is one of the best working actors in the world.
Yeah.
So there's few people who can replace him. Because if they do, they're like, it's not Willem Dafoe. It's not that Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Same with Doc Ock. I was like, man, you really can't touch those characters for a while.
Yeah.
Because even when they came back, they're still just as good.
Yeah.
I was like, man, they're still just as good as 2003.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and switching universes on the DC side, that's kind of how I feel about Joker. Like, Heath Ledger killed that role so perfectly. And then you have, like, the other adaptations of him recently. You know, they're
You
not
the Joaquin Phoenix?
No.
I like the first Joker.
Yeah,
I
the
didn't see
first
the second
one, it's just they did different takes. Like they with Jared Leto's version, right?
Yes.
That was a whole different type of
It was like the gangster take.
Yeah.
They leaned in. I know the gangster thing is supposed to be like his main thing, but I love Heath Ledger's gangster approach the most because he was like a one-man wrecking crew. But Heath Ledger, he definitely set the bar.
Yeah.
Because not only is he was one of the best working actors of that time, but he set it to a new level that a lot of people can't really achieve. I feel like Joaquin Phoenix in that first movie, in like an origin story wise, if he would have transformed to that over time, I feel like that would have been amazing. I haven't watched the second one yet still.
Yeah, I haven't
So
either.
like I don't know what happened to the character. I just know Harley Quinn was in it.
Yeah.
But I feel like with DC, we're having a legendary Batman. Like that new Batman's amazing with Robert Pattinson. I feel like the only time they're missing the mark is not doing the whole shared universe because I feel like the DC universe is going to be a new Batman and Joker.
Yeah.
And I feel like that if you have this amazing Batman over here, that movie we all loved, it's gonna be hard loving this new Batman because we just got a Batman.
Yeah.
Like why are we already getting a new? You know.
Especially when they're trying to do both at the same time too.
Yeah.
Like Batman 2 is still coming out.
Yeah, and they're so that means the other Batman who's gonna be there with Superman, we got to wait on him for a while because we have to wait on this Batman to kind of finish his course.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the only thing I wish I know. But I'm also a fan of trilogies too. Like everything doesn't have to be a shared universe. Just to put that in stone. If the Batman never connects with DC, I'm okay. Yeah. Because his movies are so good. Like I loved what I saw from that first movie and with the Riddler. Like that Riddler.
Oh yeah.
The Riddler, yeah.
That's my new expectation for the Riddler now.
Yeah.
That creepy, like just dark, like just serial killer kind of Riddler. Instead of the guy with the top hat. I was like, I like this Riddler.
Yeah.
And it's played by Paul Dano, who's another phenomenal actor. So if they just keep having the trilogy with phenomenal actors playing villains, like if we can get like a Mr. Freeze, like imagine the man who played Walter White playing Mr. Freeze. I feel like that'd be that's my fan casting.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Yeah. I do like Colin Farrell as the Penguin.
Oh,
that series that they did was
Amazing.
amazing.
That whole universe is amazing. That's why I'm just like, man, y'all should have built the DC around this and then expanded, you know, and had Batman just kind of be in his little Gotham until it's Justice League time.
Yeah.
But I would say this, DC has more popular characters because it's hard not to like see the popularity of Superman and Batman because you probably can name more DC characters. Well, probably not now. Marvel is definitely taken over or they've been had the throne. But like back in the day, it was like, you're like, yeah, who's more popular? Of course, Spider-Man was still him.
Spider-Man was
still that boy. But it was like, oh, you got Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. You got the Teen Titans, you know, things of that nature. So I still hope that DC can, you know, do well because a lot of those characters, I really want to see like Aqualad one day. You know, I really want to see Kid Flash one day. Yeah. They just have so many characters of those cartoons we grew up watching. And the Teen Titans, I would love to see that cartoon rendition get like a live action version, like done right. Imagine seeing Cyborg and Beast Boy on the big screen. I feel like that'd just be amazing.
Yeah, for sure. I need to see a Static
Shock, man. They got it. They got to.
That is one of the characters who I hope I can get one movie one day. That's what I'm really, with my career. I really hope I can get a Static Shock movie. Yeah. Because I would, as someone who's a big Static Shock fan, like love the cartoon, love everything. Just give me one. I don't got to get the first one. Yeah. Just give me one. If I can get one, that'll just make me happy. That's like a career thing, like that, or give me one of those, or one of the Miles movies. That's what I would really want as a filmmaker.
Let's manifest that, man.
But Static is definitely like, if I could choose, they're like, which one do you want? I'm choosing Static. I would love to do like a Static trilogy. Cause that would just make me happy. As like a big fan of Static, like you got Hot Streak, you got Ebon, you got everybody, Rubber Band Man. You know, I would love to just bring that to life, you know, because I used to watch all those Saturday morning cartoons, that Jackie Chan Adventures,
Oh, yeah.
Shaolin Showdown. I used to watch
Showdown, man.
all those shows. So if I could just get one of those, I would be happy.
Who are you casting as Static right now?
Man, a no name kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
No name kid. He got to look good with dreadlocks. Like, so I'm gonna cast the kid with a fro so we can twist his hair.
Yeah.
So, because I feel like I would have wanted him to just only have locks. Like, so just because in case he doesn't want locks, you know,
Right.
I'd be like, get a kid who can grow out a fro so he can twist his hair. Because I would hate to put a dreadlock wig on him.
Yeah,
a lock wig.
No. I mean, I don't want to like shoot at Tyler Perry while we on this, but you know, like
Shout out Tyler Perry.
Shout out Tyler Perry. But you know, the wig department be needing some work. You know, you don't want them to have the Tyler Perry dreadlock wig.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I want it to be like authentic because I want people to be like, you know, young black boys to be like, man, them locks is that, like, you know, even if it was a scene of someone like, you know, Static has an older sister and a single father, like a scene of his sister twisting his hair, I feel like that would mean something.
That would.
It's like,
it's like little nuances.
Yeah,
like
those
that,
nuances, like Static Shock, and his story is interesting because it was like, man, he got his powers from. He was forced into a gang war, and for some reason they did it in like a chemical site. I don't know who planned that, and they all got powers. So and he called them bang babies. So it's like every gangster got powers, but him and his friend were the only ones who were like good people.
Yeah.
So imagine everybody in the town having powers. There's a whole bunch of gangsters.
Yeah.
And he had to just stop him because he was Static Shock, you know. And he has his catchphrase like, "I put a shock to your system." I don't think Static can be as big as a Spider-Man, but I feel like it can get close to like a Miles Morales.
Yeah, for sure.
Because Static Shock is such a lovable character, and he's someone who, in the longer comics of DC, he grows up and he becomes the older gray lock Static. So I feel like Static can actually do really numbers. I feel like I would like to do what Marvel did for Black Panther with a Static Shock.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
think it could.
A lot of people are waiting for a good Static Shock rendition.
Yeah.
And like a kid, that's why I want a no-name kid. I want a kid that nobody's seen before. And when like Tom Holland, before he was Spider-Man, like they casted a no-name kid. Like I want to cast a kid who, when you look at him, you're just like, that's Static. That's Virgil. That's Static right there.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Who would you cast as Miles? Because like I'm tired of every time like a black person pops up in Spider-Man movies, everybody's like, "That's Miles." That's Miles right there.
I would definitely cast Afro Latino kid. Like, no name as well. I feel like if it's not broke, don't fix it. If Tom Holland, the no name kid thing worked, we gotta do it again.
Yeah.
He has to be able to speak Spanish though.
That's
that would be
important.
one of my requirements. He has to like speak Spanish because that's a big part of like, you know, he's from New York. There's a lot of Afro Latino people there. So not only can he appease the black culture and be there, you know, with the Jordans. You know how Miles be dressing. Miles is clean. He clean Spider-Man. Before he get the full suit, he got the Jordan 1s on his feet.
Exactly.
But also he has a Latino mother. Like I feel like having a kid who's actually from that background would be amazing. He can speak Spanish. He's from New York. He's from, I don't know if it's from Queens or the Bronx. I know he's from that area.
Yeah.
I feel like that would just be more authentic than casting just some superstar kid. You know? Because just a kid who's no name, like, and really just set him up for stardom. And because you know that kid's gonna have so much pressure on him because literally Miles Morales takes the reins from Peter Parker, and Peter Parker kind of retires and goes off with MJ into the sunset. So this kid is going to have to carry the torch as Spider-Man for many years to come.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, whoever they choose, make sure he's young. Because Tom Holland was like 17 when he was officially casted. Do the same thing. Get a young kid who can grow into the role, and that kid probably will be on the same trajectory. Superstar, big movies he's going to be in, and I'm just excited to see. I genuinely believe probably not going to see him in this first Avengers movie that's coming up.
Yeah.
I think he'll probably be in like after or during Secret Wars. You might see him pop in. We're gonna see him during this second trilogy.
Yeah.
I truly believe the
Yeah, I
second
believe
trilogy
so.
we're gonna see Miles at some point.
Yeah.
Because Tom Holland has said many times that he wants to play that Iron Man mentor role, and that's a big part of Miles Morales' thing. Like just what Iron Man was to Spider-Man. That's what Peter Parker is to Miles, like that mentor role. He's like, hey, don't do that. Don't save the people. And, you know, Miles has that electricity power as well. So it's like, I'm really excited to see what they do with the Miles Morales casting because the world is watching, literally.
Yeah, for sure.
The world is watching.
Absolutely.
I'm still waiting for that last Spider-Verse movie, man. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like as far as like Spider-Man movie goes, like that's my trilogy right there.
Yeah.
Like,
I think with that, that's why they're holding off on Miles live action.
Yeah.
I think contractually, I believe, they have to wait for that movie to be done first.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to like Sony doesn't want to like have two things going on at once. That's too much
Makes sense.
control.
Right.
Yeah.
But you never know. What if like a post credit scene of that, you see like that
Right.
Miles
Live
transform
action.
into like you never know because they've played around with it before. That'd be kind of crazy if you just see him go to the real world or something like that. I don't know, but I would just love to see like Miles in live action, him
Yeah.
Static, just every and even Black Panther. I'm glad they casted a new Black Panther. Like that
Yeah.
makes me so happy
Yeah.
because he's T'Challa Jr.
Yeah.
But I'm glad he can carry that mantle because now we can see him fall in love with Storm. Whenever they cast Storm, like we can see those stories coming to fruition. Because I was, R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman. I was so sad because I
Yeah.
was like, man, Chadwick Boseman was perfect,
Yeah.
Yeah.
perfect. Like I watched that movie so many times, and he was a phenomenal actor. So I would hate to see the T'Challa character just not continue.
Not be able to,
because
yeah.
especially all the hard work Chadwick Boseman put into it. But I'm glad they went the son route because that makes it even more special. It's like we get to still have that one character Chadwick played in our heart,
Right.
and now this is his son carrying the mantle.
Right.
That made me so happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And David Johnson is a phenomenal actor, man.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I know people are, people whenever new actors put into the field, people are like, oh, I don't know, but I'm like, this kid can act.
He's gonna knock it out the
This
park.
kid's
man.
gonna knock it
Yeah.
out. People gonna love him. Watch. People
Yeah.
can hate for now, but whenever they see that first movie, 2028, they're gonna be like, oh man, bro, I can't see nobody else playing this. It happens
Yeah.
every time.
Every
Robert
time.
Pattinson. They were
Yeah.
like, oh, I can't see the Twilight guy playing
Yeah,
Batman. Maybe probably arguably one of the best Batman movies after The Dark Knight.
Right.
So something
Yeah.
that's like we gotta let people cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
he
sure.
has 2 years or technically a year and a half of the filming to knock it at the park, and I'm sure he's probably. I heard he's knew about this for months, so he's probably already been
Yeah.
read the script. So I'm excited.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
for
too,
sure.
man.
For
Yeah.
sure, man.
Yeah. I'm glad we could nerd out on some movies.
Yeah.
I'm always down to nerd out.
Yeah.
To kind of bring it back together, what's one movie every aspiring filmmaker should watch?
One movie every aspiring filmmaker should watch. Oh, that's a really good one. That's a really good one. I would say one movie every aspiring filmmaker should watch should be Interstellar.
Okay.
I say Interstellar because not only does it have really superstar talent, it also kind of kicked off the career of Timothée Chalamet. And you also had a legendary director like Christopher Nolan, taking on a space epic. I feel like that movie is just a beautiful film to watch when you want to just, even if whether you're an actor, whether you're a filmmaker, just to look at the shots, look at how much he's done in that movie and the effort he goes to make sure every shot looks beautiful and the practicalness of it. Like how instead of having like CGI robot go around, he built a practical like robot that kind of rolls around through the water. I feel like Interstellar's one. I feel like Inception's another one because Inception's just a masterclass at filmmaking. Like just everything they did from the set being able to be rotated around with the actors in it and leaning and things of that nature and just the concept in itself. Those are two movies I would say, Interstellar and Inception. I know both Christopher Nolan movies, but Christopher Nolan, if you want to learn filmmaking, he's kind of the guy. He's kind of the guy because I love practical filmmaking. I love being able to have, because we could have easily just been like, okay, let's shoot this crowd scene on a green screen and have maybe some actors be on a green screen, something of that nature. But it's like, no, let's be out on a real location. Let's be outside because that's what the filmmaking is about. And it looks better when you actually go to places instead of just like green screen, a crowd. We could have easily done that. Like, oh yeah, a crowd just doing it, but it's not the same, It doesn't hit the same.
Yeah, for sure. Have you seen The Odyssey?
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, The Odyssey. Like when I tell you a man don't miss,
Yeah.
that man does not miss. Me, I don't think he's missed yet. I love Tenet. I know a lot of people said they
I
didn't
like
like Tenet.
Tenet. Yeah.
I highly, I think I'm biased because I love spy movies.
Okay.
But like, I love Tenet, but The Odyssey is just, it's insane. Like from not to give any spoilers, but like it's just from the score to the acting, to just the amount of star power that's in the movie, and the shots. It's just I was just watching it, just like man. And then they built real pirate boats or Greek soldier boats, and I was like, imagine you're an actor, and they're like, hey, you hop on this real Greek boat,
Yeah.
and you just, what do you like? What do you say to be like, okay,
And you like, really got to get in the water.
yeah, like they're really on the ocean. He had them
Yeah.
really on the ocean sailing, and I'm just like, I imagine that feeling, you probably feel like you're there
Yeah.
Yeah.
at that point, because it's just like, man. And then he had those big dog IMAX cameras, and I'm just looking like, this is insane. He had Tom Holland was killing it as Telemachus.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, this whole cast, everything about this movie is just beautiful. I watched it in 70mm IMAX.
Oh, okay.
That was my first time getting it. I finally got a ticket because them tickets be so hard to come by.
Those tickets were crazy.
I watched it and I was just in awe. I was just like, man, now I'm excited for Dune 3,
Yeah.
But Odyssey, I think the best working filmmakers to me right now are Christopher Nolan, Denis Villeneuve, and Ryan Coogler. I think those three gentlemen work at a higher level than other people because they think so differently. Like Ryan Coogler, like watching his behind the scenes, it's like this man thinks so differently. Like those three are just so far beyond film when it comes to education that like it's like whenever they speak, you feel like you're in class. Just like, man, let me write that down. Every time one of them open their mouth, I'm like, man, like Ryan Coogler when he's talking about the film. I watched that video like a billion times. I was like, man,
He's talking about like the different formats.
Yeah, the different
and
formats.
stuff.
I'm
And,
like,
I'm
man.
not even in the film, and I'm like, I gotta go see this in 70mm.
I'm like, man, if Ryan Coogler just had one class, I would pay big money just to pull up in
for
there
sure.
real quick and be like, yo, how you doing?
Yeah.
It's just those filmmakers, man, like Odyssey, you got Sinners, and you got Dune. They're just doing it differently, and they all shot practical, and it's just beautiful to watch. And when actors kind of like revolve around directors, that's how you know a director's doing that job. When you kind of see the consistency in actors, because that means, oh, they love that experience with them. Now they're waiting for the next phone call to work with them again.
Yeah.
So whenever people be like, why you have the same actors in your movies? I'm like, no, that's a good thing. That means the actors and that director are growing, and you got to see them create phenomenal work. Like you got Christopher Nolan, his band of actors, like Cillian Murphy and people of that nature. Then you got Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan. Then you got Denis Villeneuve, and he got several actors as well, Timothée Chalamet being one of them. And it's just insane to see them grow, see them continue going. I know Ryan Coogler is a little younger than both of them, so he's still got a ways to go.
Yeah.
The fact that he's already there,
Yeah.
and to see what Ryan Coogler is when he's like 50-something is going to be insane. Like, imagine when he's Nolan's age.
Yeah.
What is Ryan Coogler going to be making, like a movie on space, on the moon or something? So I'm excited.
Yeah, me too, man. So do you see that for yourself, like with the cast you've assembled for the Alfie White Project? You feel like that's an ensemble that you want to keep working with?
Definitely an ensemble I want to keep working with.
Yeah.
Like, I love keeping people and adding more people. Never
Yeah.
like taking people away.
Right.
Because I feel like that's what it's about. You find people who believe in you as a director, and you know when that connection works, because the results speak for themselves. Then you add more to that. You add more talent to that. So now you have the people you worked with, then you added some. Like there were some people who, two actors, Malik and Johnny Jordan Jr., who they were from my first movie. They were the leads to my first movie, and they were part of our group therapy scene in the Alfie White here. And it was like a full circle moment. I was seeing my two leads play a completely different role with a new lead actor for this movie, and it was just like, man, look how far I've come, because you got actors from different projects linking up again, and it was just a beautiful thing. So I really love that aspect. I would definitely want to have actors who revolve around me, and we continue to create work forever,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
For sure.
anything in the future, if you want to add me to the
Yeah,
ensemble,
I got
like,
you.
I played Angry Man number 5.
Hey, I got you. Hey, we will always need people, because that's one thing about movies. It's a collaborative project. Like, I can't make movies by myself.
Yeah.
I can try, but it'll probably be kind of boring. It'll probably just be me acting,
Yeah.
me directing. It'll be kind of boring.
Yeah.
But like, it's the community aspect.
Yeah.
The fact that you can get all these people together to be crew members, to be cast members, it still amazes me. Every project, I just thank God, because I'm just like, man, it's a blessing that people like take off work or do this or that and the third to be able to be a part of a project. Of course, some people are getting paid, of course, but it's like, it's just a beautiful project, a beautiful process to see unfold from script to screen.
Yeah.
Every time I see it, I write a script, and seeing actors perform those words, it never gets old. You're just like, wow, I wrote that, and someone's speaking it out and having emotions attached to it, and just sitting there just like, man, like, I'm watching the movie with people. Like, I'm over there like, man, it's the movie. I'm like, okay, hold on, let me get my popcorn real quick. Like, it's just a beautiful thing. Filmmaking will always amaze me. I don't think I'll ever be ceased to be amazed by filmmaking, because it's just every project, it's something new. That's why I love storytelling, because you never like work unless you work on a show. I guess you work with the same characters over and over, but with different movies, you're just like, man, this is a new character. Okay, it's like you're playing a video game and you're starting a new game over. You're like, okay, what we doing now?
Yeah.
Like GTA.
Yeah.
Well, don't let Mike fool you. I will also be there as your next extra call
Hey,
for
look,
sure, man.
I'll have both of y'all. Yeah. Like the more the merrier, honestly. Like, because it's just a cool thing. Then you can see yourself in a movie and be like, oh, look, I'm in this movie. Yeah. And imagine the movies keep getting bigger, and then you be like, yo, I'm in this blockbuster movie. Like, check me out. 5 minutes in, I'm right there.
You might have to slow it down, but I'm right there, man.
Yeah, because you see people like that on the internet. They be like, man, I was a background soldier in the Odyssey. I was in a background in Spider-Man. I'm like, that's so cool. Like, that's a memory you always uphold, that your name will be in the credits of this big, multi-billion-dollar movie. You know, that's something cool, because like, it's kind of like it's just like for your memories. You know, like something you can tell your kids about. That's one thing about filmmaking. Like, a lot of these stories, I can't wait in the future for my kids to like watch these first earlier movies and be like, dang, you used to make stuff like that, or you know. It's just exciting, you know, by the grace of God, be able to keep making films in my older age. I would love to. That's the goal. I want to definitely do it full time. I want to definitely like make movies. I want to inspire the next generation, because at ZebraTail, our motto is set the standard, but the full thing is set the standard for the next generation of filmmakers, and that's what it's about, to create and inspire. You know, I aspire to inspire. You know, you know, that's the goal. You know, I want one young kid who's probably like, man, I could never do this, to be able to see my work and be able to hear my voice when I speak about the process, and understand that he can do it too. Because I was that same kid just watching the Oscars and be like, dang, bro, I don't know if I can ever be in this stage. And so one day when I'm there, by the grace of God, I'm just like hoping I can get on that mic, win something, and be like, hey, you child at home, you can be here too. I was in the same spot. That's literally, I'm gonna say, like, you know, mark my words. One day when I'm at the Oscars, if I win something, I'm gonna say that exact speech.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
Love that, man. Well, what's next for you, man?
What's next for me after the Alfie White Project is to make, of course, the feature version. But then I got like a project called Totem, where it kind of it's like my love letter to Africa. It gets into my like, it's a live action, but it gets into my like mystical and fight scene kind of love when it comes to movies. It's a project that I'm very excited for. And that's what we'll be working towards after the Alfie White Project, and we're pitching for the feature, and the feature gets greenlit. Of course, the feature get greenlit, we're working on Alfie feature. Right. But Totem, I'm really excited. I intend for that to be like a trilogy. But of course, we start with the first movie, and it gets dark, it gets dope. There'll be action scenes, fight scenes, just everything I love in a movie is gonna be in this movie.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that's dope.
Well, yeah, if you need an extra African, man, just
hey, look,
hey, listen,
African number one.
They gonna roast me in the comments, be like, "Why is a white man?"
I said he's South African.
Oh my God! Thank you for that, Mike. I will play it personally.
Yeah, I know you got it, man. Well, before we get out of here, man, where can the people find you, bro?
You can find me at Fredrick Ewelike on all platforms. It's simple. I just put my name and everything. Like, I don't got the nicknames. It's just at Fredrick Ewelike on everything. Instagram, Twitter, or X now, Facebook. You could just find me anywhere. Just type it in my name.
And where can the people find out about the Alfie White Project?
Alfie White Project, you can also find it on those same platforms, Instagram, Twitter. We have at the Alfie White Project on Instagram. That's where we post most of our news and updates.
Yeah. And one more, ZebraTail Studios, man. Where can people find that?
Same platform, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Just type in at ZebraTail Studios, and we'll be able to pop up. Or if you just go to my bio, you'll see both. For both Alfie White and ZebraTail.
Yeah. You know, sometimes you got to make it easy for the people.
I was like, you go to my bio, I was like, let me make it easy for people. Because like, some people like the Alfie, the Alfie what?
Right, exactly. You can find it all, you know.
That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we appreciate you sitting down with us. We had a great time with you.
Hey, thank you. Like, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all the invite. Like,
of course.
Like, podcasts are so cool. Like, I've always wanted to be on one. So being able to get this invite was really cool. Because I was just like, oh, snap, it's a podcast. I just love to sit down and talk movies, and it's fun. Before I go, what is y'all's favorite movie?
Oh, man.
I literally usually say Chronicle, bro. Or was it The Warrior?
Ooh,
I like that one a lot too. It's really between those two, honestly.
Kinda cool.
And I mean, honestly, I don't want to be recency biased, but Sinners is up there for me.
Sinners
bro.
gotta be. It's a phenomenal movie.
Especially like, I love music a lot, and you know the one scene
Yeah.
like that turns me up every time, bro. Like
I don't even know how you think of that as a filmmaker. I was like, what is he thinking about? Like, let's get all these genres of music in one scene. I was like,
and like the
whoa.
history of music within that one scene is insane to me. So that I don't want to say it just because like it just came out last year, but Sinners is one of my favorite movies of all time, bro. Like,
hey, and it's right that it is. It's a phenomenal film. It's an Oscar-winning film. That's the thing. Like, look, don't let nobody judge you for liking Sinners.
Yeah.
Sinners is a phenomenal movie. Made by a phenomenal director.
Yeah. You know, some people was like, man, it just came out.
It just came out. Like, but that's how everybody is.
I was watching it. I'm like, oh, this is up there. Right?
That's how everybody is. Like, if something just came out, like, it can't be your favorite, but it very well can.
Yeah.
Right.
Very well can.
For me, man, I'm a big Star Wars guy. Always will be. Star Wars Episode 3, hands down,
That's
is
the best
my
one.
favorite.
That's the best one. That's the. I've realized in a lot of trilogies or franchises, the third movie are usually the best. Like for me, Harry Potter, Prisoner of Azkaban is my favorite.
Love
I don't know what they be cooking in the third movies every time, but it's like I always will watch a third movie. Like Lord of the Rings, the third movie. I don't know what it is. The third movie is always the one that's like.
It's probably because like when you first started watching franchises, you started at the third movie.
Yeah.
like, you know,
like, why is it so good?
you just kept it going for there.
You know, real quick too, that kind of reminds me when you said that. I always tell everybody, if you haven't watched The Office, I always tell everybody to start at season 2 because season 1 is like, unless you watched it, you're gonna not want to watch The Office because it is just dry humor as can be. But that just reminded me of that.
That's like Game of Thrones. I tell people sometimes, I say watch the first. I said once you get past the first season, you're gonna fall in love with this show. Like so people like will fight through that first season because you know the first season when you have the smallest budget. You're trying to do what makes do, but I was like, once you get to that last episode, you're gonna be like, you know.
I ain't get past the first season, so
you gotta get past the first season.
The first
like,
season for shows,
Yeah.
especially with a show that you already know has a lot of seasons.
Yeah.
It's the hardest to get past, but once you get past that first season, you're like, oh, I'm already here. Might as well keep going, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I'll do it eventually, man. But
You got to.
You got to, man.
yeah.
It's a great.
The
series.
ending was.
The ending was terrible.
I heard they didn't really land it, but that's a lot of shows lately,
Yeah.
honestly.
Well, they kind of rushed it.
Yeah, because the authors, he didn't finish the books. So I really couldn't blame them too much for that. Cause,
They had to make some up.
yeah, they
themselves.
just had to. Like, whenever the source material's gone, it's like, man, what can you really do?
Yeah.
Especially because, you know, it's not just like, oh, we can sit down and think about this for years. It's the studio's probably like, hey, we need this show delivered by this time. So I don't know. Like, you know, I wasn't in their offices, but I know they probably had like a lot of pressure on them to write things that did not already exist in the world. So it's always going to be some type of like controversy with it because it's like some fans are like, just wait for the books. But it's like, you can't wait however many years for him to finish that last book because I think that last season was 2019. Imagine if they were still waiting.
Yeah.
All them actors the budget probably would have kept going this entire time. Just like, hey, we're ready to end this show. But, you know, now they got House of the Dragon, so they're cool. They're okay.
They all right, yeah.
Oh, but yeah, man. Well, once again, we appreciate you. It's been great sitting down talking with you about all this stuff, man. Hopefully the next time we sit down with you, you'll be the next Chris Nolan.
Yeah, he's talking about a feature film next
Feature
time.
film, man.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
for
the goal.
sure.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's time. I feel like after this movie, after seeing what was created on this set, I was like, man, the next step is the feature because we've achieved the quality I've wanted, and now it's time to even up it up even more to that feature film level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
For sure, man.
But yeah, guys, until next time, we out. Peace.